I'm Todd Dewey, sports betting reporter for the Review Journal. I'm here with Wynn Sportsbook director Johnny Avello, who's been kind enough to break down the Kentucky Derby for us in Saturday's print edition of the Review Journal. And Johnny, what's the state of horse racing right now versus sports betting, and what kind of interest and action do you expect on the Derby?
That's an interesting question. You know, sports versus race. At one time, you go back about 10 or 15 years ago, in the state of Nevada, we were $500–600 million, and now we're down to about half of that. So we've declined, and so has just horse racing in general. But we're continuously trying to do new things and try to keep at least status quo for our customers and not erode much more, and maybe bring that up a little bit over the next coming years, because I don't want to see this game that I've grown up with go away. As far as the hotel itself, what we're offering is you can still bet the Future Book, which has been open since the beginning of last September. We've added any horse to win the Triple Crown, or individual horse to win a Triple Crown, as well as prop bets, and that's horse against horse, the matchups, which I've been doing for over 20 years. And we have the time of the race. Will a horse pay $21.10, yes or no? So we've put up some props for the customers to have some fun with. As far as my personal opinion on the Derby, it's becoming clearer now. The favorite's Classic Empire, and he'll be somewhere around 4-1 or less. Probably less, knowing the way that they bet favorites at Churchill Down on Derby Day. And then you have a few horses that are following him that are in the 5-6-1 range. I always try to beat the favorite because there's a 20-horse field. I think there's money to be made. I'm not really a trifecta and a superfecta bettor, but I am on this day because I know that if you can put the combinations together, you can put yourself together quite a what I call telephone numbers, which is, you know, huge 7 figures, 6 and 7 figures. McCracken's a horse that I believe is going to be in that mix, so I have to use McCracken in my mix. The horse that I liked a lot, he drew a bad post, was Practical Joke. He drew the 19th post, so he's probably going to be in the 20–25-1 range. He's not a horse bred for distance, but I don't always believe that's the theory to use here in this race. It's about the trip you get. Now, coming out of 19, of course, makes it a tougher trip. You have to go farther than everybody else. So I still won't shy away from him. I'll probably still use him. And then I'll be looking at some other horses to use underneath. I guess Classic Empire, it's hard to throw him out. He's only run one bad race, and I don't know what his excuse was that day, but his last race, everything looked promising.